What's up, guys? It's Flex, and today it's gonna be a Gangplank game versus Maokai. I got a little bored in the early game. Here, let me fix this for everybody. Not sure where I used to put that, but I'm gonna put it up here. I'll get rid of this. Okay, there you go. That looks good. That looks okay for now. Okay, so at first sight, you look at Gangplank, and again, I've done a lot of Gangplank videos. I'm hoping that they actually help people learn him. I'm gonna have to start using different variations of his build, for the upcoming big patch coming for preseason. I would like the removal of mana pots and everything. People are asking me, are you gonna get a tier, or what are you gonna do for the mana? Because Gangplank's mana is pretty tough early. What I'm actually considering is not even getting Q level 1 anymore and getting the barrels and trying hard shoving. Because if we look at most top laners, they take camps level 1 and the barrel really helps you. Doesn't cost any mana and it really helps you shove. But we'll go into that later on. As for right now, it's just going to be me in the top lane farming. Alright, so pretty much just farming with your Q, no harassing level 1, no harassing level 2, just farming with your Q, that's all it is. If you need to, use your auto attack. And it's a really boring lane with Maokai because he has kill potential over you, but you don't really have kill potential over him because, I mean, he's Maokai, and he deals good magic damage. Surprisingly amount of magic damage early. Yeah, the mana problems are really tough for Gangplank. You gotta remember, with Gangplank, it's like a game of patience. You can't go aggressive early because you're squishy and you don't deal that much damage. And if you fall behind, you fall behind really hard. And honestly, the best thing to do, and as I'm already out of mana now. With Gangplank, you have to make sure that you do not die in the lane phase at all. Like, the only time you can die in the lane phase is if you at least get a kill out of it as well. Alright, so my first recall, I go ahead and get my Sheen, 1200 gold and some blue pots. If you cannot afford your Sheen, just get an Avarice Blade, and the Avarice Blade it's not going to help you that much in the lane phase, but it helps you with the scaling. So, two options there. Just farming, doing my thing. See, not much kill potential there at all. I was really slow in my reaction there. I'll show you. So these guys are fighting here. Okay, right here should have been a good ultimate. No, not yet. Right there should have been an ultimate from me. And I ultied, but he was really quick to get out with the safeguard. And Nidalee wasn't able to finish. But again, I also reacted extremely late and rotated very late, so I'll go ahead and chalk that one up as my fault. Because Maokai was there and I wasn't. Again, no difference, just still farming. See, the harass doesn't really do that much, he just heals up from his passive, honestly. At this point, I'm kind of like just ignoring his damage, honestly. So annoying though. But yeah, I just ignore him. He's trying to farm. He gets me low and whatever, but that's fine. And I see he wants to dive me, so I run under my tower. I save my W till I'm pretty low. and he has to flash away. I saw it, or I didn't have my flash, but I knew that he wasn't going to be able to kill me because I had my oranges, and frankly, Maokai doesn't deal that much damage. Like Heart, he was out of mana too, so he wasn't going to kill me with his auto attacks. There's just no way. Alright, so. Alright, so now I'm obviously harassing him because he's kind of low. Cannons. It was really smart of him because he healed up there, and I was like, wait, what? So he played that pretty well, but how to catch up is you throw your barrels out in front of you, you auto attack them and get movement speed. So nice little mechanic to know. Your barrels give you a lot of movement speed, so especially if you have like a phage with it, it gives you a ton of movement speed. Because technically you are killing a unit when you shoot your barrel. So you get the phage passive and the barrel passive, which is really good. Alright, so you gotta see here that I lowered down the health of the minions so I can get the final hits with the barrel and stack my parlay. Just like that. Once you get your Sheen, it takes 2 barrels to one-shot the backline. Once you get your Triforce, it only takes 1 barrel to the backline. I knew he was going to hard shove because he thought I recalled. Everyone pays. SKT T1 Rise. Yeah, and I hope they bring out SKT Rumble. That's going to be really awesome. Like right here, I'm just ignoring him. If he wants to deal damage, it's whatever. I'm still gonna farm. I have my W, so I'm not really worried about any of his damage. So I reacted very late to that because I was looking over here. So I defensively used my ultimate. Really good ultimate from Kendall. So I didn't really see the Cassiopeia gank, and she ended up like flaming and was like, you gotta react a lot better, and I'm like, dude, chill. I was looking in the bot lane. But I'm still scaling, you know, I have 112 farm, and Maokai has 87, so I'm looking really good right now. Everyone pays. And that Fizz was super annoying because he was super fed. Mistake. Oops. I meant to throw a barrel. I accidentally threw a ward. But yeah, now I have my Triforce done, so bathe them in iron. That's really all you do in the early game, honestly. Like, people will tell me is like, you never really use your TP to TP into lanes. You don't really do that. You let the other person TP, and if they get a kill, that's great, but like, you need to farm, and you need to scale, and you need to use your barrels to farm so you can get the extra gold and silver serpents. Trust me. It'll be a lot better if you do that. Can you get out of fizzled with your W? No, you can't. You remove the slow, but the shark stays on. So when people TP out of the lane, you need to see that as an opportunity for you to continue scaling freely, which is exactly what that Maokai did. You know, he TP'd away, or no, he roamed away, so that gives me a bunch of free farm and an opportunity to scale. It's really, really important as Gangplank. You can't stop Gangplank from scaling. You can only stall him. So when people leave the lane, it makes it a lot easier for you to do it. First upgrade I get, Death's Daughter. Really good for solo dueling and as a team fight because it has a really nice slow. There are 2 options to go if you want to go team fight ultimate. You can go Death's Daughter, or you can go towards Raise Morale, which gives your team movement speed. Was this game at 5.21? Yes, it was. So, got the CDR boots next. And now I'm going to start trying to harass a little bit more. And even if I don't, then it's no big deal. Nice little damage dealt there. So, but if I'm gonna go ahead and pause and look at like what's going on here right now. We have a 103 Gangplank who's out farming everyone by quite a bit. Kendall and Leona who's doing well. Cassiopeia who's not doing well, but it's okay because she's going perma-slow. And Cassiopeia, all you need is perma-slow, and you are like very, very useful with your ultimate and perma-slow. And then we have Mordekaiser who also has perma-slow already, which is he's also going to be pretty useful. And Nidalee, who already has a Rod of Ages at 16 minutes stacking, which is really good. So I think aside from our scores, we're in a decent position, you know. Gold-wise, we're not down by that much. We're barely down at all. Towers are even. A major problem, though, is one, Fizz is fed. He's 6-1 and 2. And 2, they have all the dragons. So we're in a pretty bad spot with that. And at this point, in my mind, we're losing. Okay, we're not looking good. Fizz is really fed and he can one-shot me. So my goal right now is just to aggressively shove my lane as deep as I can to relieve pressure from everywhere else on the map, because the last thing we need is for like the Fizz to get a gank on Cassio from the Lee Sin, and then they just continue snowballing. So I can easily outshove Maokai at this point with my Triforce. So you got to be extremely aggressive here. Right, just as aggressive as you can. I mean, best case scenario, I get the Thresh to roam top lane or something. Like, that's really important, and that's really good for our team. So again, I just go extremely aggressive here, throw my ulti in the bot lane, and that really just comes down to me being able to make an impact, and that's one of the reasons I love Gangplank. It's that his ultimate's global. Really important to do. So bot lane comes back, but Fizz gets 2 kills, so that's really bad. I wanted to apply some pressure in the mid lane, just to try and take the tower, because we desperately needed towers. Alright, so we're gonna pause here. So what we have here is we have our little ARAM thing going around, where it's 5 of us mid, and only 4 of them there because Maokai's top lane. So I'm telling Kendall, like, we need to fight, we need to engage, we need to engage. So Kendall tried to force an engage there and missed the Zenith Blade, but it's okay. I think we ended up pulling something off here. So here I'm going to start utilizing my barrels, and I'll show you just exactly where and how I put them. Okay, so Fizz engages. At this point, he has no escape whatsoever. So we just turn on him and destroy him. Or at least we try to. So there's one barrel. The first barrel always between you and who you're targeting, always. Right. So from there you can choose. Now you can see, like, okay, are they going to run up to try and kill it, or is the first barrel is more like a zoning mechanism. Honestly, it keeps them back, keeps them honest. And if you see, you look at their reaction, see how they react, and then you shoot the barrel. Boom! Almost got her though. She barely got on the edge. Yeah, the first one's mostly just a zoning mechanism, honestly. And the second one is the one where you actually want to be offensive. I just wanted to wait clear here, but still managed to get the barrel landed on Jinx. She used all of her summoners though, so it's fine, I'll call Worth on it. Again, this normally works. This like 99% of the time this works. But Jinx had all both her summoners, so there's not really much I can do. These barrels were just to clear the waves. They weren't necessarily to harass, but she stood there and she took it. So the combo is throw the barrels. As soon as she takes the damage, Jinx is slowed because of the barrel passive. So she's slowed, meaning I can land my ultimate very easily, which is exactly what I do. And I flash in because I know all I need to do is land one auto attack with my true damage, and she's dead. So she avoids the true damage from Death's Daughter, and heals up, so I wouldn't have been able to kill her with my Q anyway. And from here I'm going top lane. just to start being aggressive.
That's better. I will come back stronger.
Come back stronger. Alright, so next thing I get is the Brutalizer after my CDR boots. How's it going, man? I get the CDR boots, and then I go for, or after the CDR boots, I get a Brutalizer. I get a Brutalizer because 2 patches ago, Gangplank's damage from his barrels got nerfed, or the passive armor pen got nerfed. So 2 reasons I get it. 1, because of the armor pen. 2, it gives CDR. Alright, and there's no more Brutalizer in the upcoming preseason, so that's going to have to be something. I'm going to have to change that up also. But Brutalizer for the armor pen and the CDR. We still have about 10 days until the season ends, and I think in 10 days you can definitely learn Gangplank and just grind out a good number of games with him and try and win. So I do not finish Youmuu's. Very important. I do not finish Youmuu's. I get a BF sword instead because Gangplank benefits a lot more from an Avarice Blade and a Brutalizer than a Youmuu's, in my opinion. So I don't finish it. I just go for the BF sword to get Infinity Edge next. Barrel. Alright, so second upgrade I get is, I forgot which cannons, what it was called. Fire at Will. Fire at Will because obviously it just means more cannons. By the way, any says squad ultimate, I can't remember the answer. Do you get back and get Avarice or back when you have Sheen? You're supposed to back when you have enough for Sheen, but if you get bullied out or something and you don't have enough for it, you can get the Avarice, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. Regardless, I get Avarice Blade either at the very first item or second item. It's always one of those two. Unless you can afford Triforce at your second recall, then you get Triforce. Alright, so we're looking for a team fight here. I get caught out here actually. I still make sure to throw my ulti out so I can hit as many people as I can. It was a good ultimate. Yeah, exactly, Pedro, just like that. Sheen into Avarice, or if you get bullied, Avarice into Sheen. Pinged out Dragon. Again, I just got caught there. I was out of position. And then, not sure why this Mordekaiser thinks he can 1v1 the Dragon, or 1v2 the Dragon and Jinx. Doesn't matter though. He goes down and the Fed Fizz gets a shutdown, which is really bad. This is the game from stream last night? Yes, it is. You know, surprisingly, we're up in gold by 2k. I didn't even realize. Barrel there. It sucks because he killed it. What's up, Bobby? Loving the camp. I'm surprised we're up in gold. I didn't think we were. Really good flash kick from Lee Sin though. So there's the barrel between me and the group. Candle gets a really nice ulti into my barrel. 3-man barrel into my 3-man Death Daughter. Fun, 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 fun. That's what I love. And we'll go over the barrels one more time. Really good Lee Sin play there. First barrel right here. First barrel here between me and the enemy team. And second barrel right on top of them while they're stunned. Holy fire! Boom. Rest in peace. I don't know what this Fizz was thinking. He really wanted to kill, but he had barrier and Fizz is worth a lot of gold. I missed the Q. I queued onto Thresh instead of the barrels. Or else I think I would have. Oh, correct. And then I was like, wait a minute. Oops. Even bigger whoops. I flashed into it. And then Nidalee's more busted than Gangplank is. So, of course, she's going to get the kill there. And the kick was slow because I slowed the speed of the video. That's why it was so slow.
That's better. Don't get comfortable in my absence.
Alright, so finish the IE, and again, I still have the Avarice, and I still have the Brutalizer. I mean, I don't finish it, you know, because the Avarice blade is just so good on Gangplank. And next thing I get is a pickaxe for either Last Whisper or another Infinity Edge. Oh man, get juked. Broadside on top of the Jinx just to try and zone our way. Can you show how much gold there is between you and your teammates? Yes. Let me go over this really quickly. Lee again going in for the play. Looks really good, but there's the Zhonya's. I throw the barrel on myself because it's close quarter combat. Whenever it's CQC, or close quarter combat, you always throw the barrel on yourself rather than like between you and your teammate. Because if you throw it between you and the enemy, if you throw it between you and the enemy, it's not even going to be that far. So just throw it on top of yourself and try and make sure that they can't. There's no way they can kill the barrel. So throw it on top of yourself. Locked it over there on the side. Use the ulti there to try and zone out Jinx. And put the barrel there, right here, to try and zone her out again. She's out of the fight. She's not even, she's chilling. She's like, I'm not going to go in there. This is a mess and I don't want to go in. So, yeah. Alright, let's show the gold between teammates. So, one of the most ridiculous things about Gangplank is how much gold he can acquire. It's ridiculous. So, at 26 minutes into the game, I have 13,000 gold. Our 80 carry has 8,000. Their 80 carry has 10,000. Their 10, 3, and 5 fizz has 10,000. So I have 13,260 gold, and the guy I'm laning against, the Maokai, has not even 8,000 yet. So really, really big discrepancy. And the average plate only got me about 800 gold. But the reason for this is, I mean, Parlay. Parlay is just so good in stacking up gold. It's ridiculous. So, and they tried to nerf it, but if you don't nerf the gold intake or the damage, like, honestly, I think what they need to do is they need to buff Gangplank's Q. If they buff his Q, he'll be banned every game and you'll never have to worry about him again. But since they just nerfed him, people are leaving him open for some reason, and he is still ridiculously strong. I love laning against GPs. I actually like laning against GPs too. If there's something I've noticed, it's that, like, and this is how I'm starting to lean towards more and more that I'm just a Gangplank main. Because sometimes I won't be able to get top lane, or sometimes I'll go against the Gangplank and I'm just like, these guys are so bad. Like, bad. You know, I think I played a game last night where this Gangplank took my top lane and the dude went like 1-9 against a Riven. And I just uploaded a video, Gangplank versus Riven, where I just destroy her. Like, it's just, people just don't really... People aren't patient in this game, and with Gangplank you really need to like exert really good patience, because you're very squishy early, you're very squishy late. In the early game you don't deal that much damage. Like, people just don't understand the concept of scaling, and I think I've learned that, especially with Gangplank. And that's probably why I'm able to be a really good Gangplank player. So whenever I see Gangplank on the enemy team, I pick Riven and I just shit on them. So, and then when I pick Gangplank, they pick Riven thinking they can do the same, but they can't, because I just don't let them kill me. Like, I always wait in the back. If I have to miss CS, then I miss CS. Just don't die. So, again, the gold discrepancy, absolutely ridiculous here. That's insane. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and pause. Kendall is RerTV, by the way. He goes ahead and gets Zeke's Herald and Zeke's Harbinger and puts it on me. So instead of getting the second Infinity Edge, I go ahead and get the last Whisper since I already technically have the crit chance with the Zeeks. So that's the reasoning behind that, and not a second Infinity Edge. I can't believe that fish hit me. It's ridiculous. So this guy's dumb. I don't really know what he was thinking, but whatever. Endo was really good support. He knows what he's doing. Shielded me. I got my W. This guy was dumb. This fizz is dumb. Alright, so the barrel. This time, since we're sieging, you throw the barrel right on top of him just to try and zone them away. Alright, so Jinx, of course, runs back. Lee Sin runs back. Again, just using it as a zoning mechanism here, honestly. Boom, baby. That damage. Alright, so here, barrel to zone out, and then when I actually want to harass, barrel between me and the enemy champions. Second barrel right on top of him. Boom. 1k damage. And she has to recall. Nice little trick. Once you get Triforce, you can one-shot the small raptors with one barrel. So, nice little tip to know. I'll come back stronger. Alright, so last Whisper finished, just right there. I threw my ulti out on Baron because I thought that they were on it. Because we didn't have vision. Somebody flamed this Cassiopeia, so she decided not to group. Ever. No, it wasn't me. I didn't care. But I know Fizz was bot, and they didn't, or Fizz was top, so we had to force to engage somehow. Missed it though, so I said, let's back off, we gotta leave. Cassiopeia's jungling, you know what I mean? She's trying to troll us, honestly. That damage. Holy far, boom. God, you see that Mordekaiser damage? Watch this. Look at the Maokai. The Maokai right here, and here's the Mordekaiser smacking him. Look at this. Oh my goodness, that's insane. He dealt a lot of damage to that Mordekaiser, that Maokai. And so I'm out of the fight. I'm pretty low. I don't want to force anything, so. And then I remember Nidalee heals me for like 500 HP, so. And don't you just love Fizz players? They just like, they think, man, I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna jump on, I'm gonna throw my fish out and kill him. Yeah, okay. Alright. So, quick reaction. I think if he lands the fish, I die, honestly. So, good flash. But of course, anytime I see a Fizz walk up to me, I know that he's probably going to ult me, so I know for sure that if I have flash, to have it ready. Do you ever get lifesteal in Gangplank? No, not so much. It's better just to go stack the Infinity Edges. If you really want to get lifesteal, go ahead and get a Ravenous Hydra, because it has a nice passive with the barrels, because it does proc on the barrels. So yeah, you can do that if you want. But you don't normally get lifesteal, because normally you're not going to be auto-attacking people that many times. When you get a build like this, double Infinity Edge, Triforce, Last Whisper, you only need to land one Q and an auto-attack to melt somebody, you know? You don't really need the lifesteal. And you have your W, so. Honestly, it'd be better for you to get just a Spirit Visage than like a Bloodthirster, in my opinion. Because it gives you CDR and everything like that, you know. Alright, so now I finish my Youmuu's. And we're gonna go ahead and look at the gold the gold discrepancy. 15k gold for me, 8k gold for, or not even 9k gold yet for Maokai. So it's been like 6 minutes already. Closest person to me is the Jinx on the enemy team, who has 12k gold. So it's not even funny. I missed my Q onto the barrel there. That was a really sloppy team fight for me. Alright, so we're gonna go and look at the mistakes there, because that was very, very sloppy on my part. So I throw the barrel, throw the second barrel, and I don't even Q the barrel. I Q the cannon minion. Because if I would have queued the barrel, I would have chunked all 4 people. No, not Maokai. I would have chunked those 3 guys by like 50% of their HP. Jinx even more. But I hit the cannon minion. Not sure why. And then my ulti was very, very late right there. Really late reaction on my part. That Q did 1k damage. Let's go over that again. So we're getting sieged down pretty hard. We don't have Cassiopeia because she's farming jungle. So I tell my team to back off. And then the fish comes down and I'm like, this guy's dead. But then I see he has Zhonya's, so I say, okay, we gotta go in there. So I put the barrel in the middle, bring a barrel on top, I proc it on the Fizz and the Thresh and the Maokai. So the front line first for me, or at least that's my focus right there. Barrel between me and the enemy champions. I missed the second barrel. That was a really good ulti by Kendall. Italy lands the spear, so from there it gets pretty simple. To re-engage, just automatically re-engage. Maokai's low, and he's got the Child of the Damned on there, whatever it's called. Fizz is low, he just uses its E to run away, so he's not going to be back in the fight. Lee Sin is, I mean, he's Lee Sin, so, and what can I say, he's Lee Sin. And Jinx is stunned by Kendall, which is really good and well played. And Cassio finally decided to group. Look at this Q damage, watch this. Boom, 1046 damage. I throw my blind ulti out here because I knew they were trying to run away. He just thinks he's cute. My score is 10-1 and 12. Damn. By the way, Flex, I started playing my first ranked ever placements, plus 33 OP as Olaf. You should probably keep playing then, because that means your MMR is like really, really high. Easy Baron from here too. And I'm gonna shove in. I need more gold to finish my last item, so. And I die, because he's Fizz. At that point I'm like, okay, this Fizz is annoying. Very, very annoying. But do I get a Hex Shrinker? I don't get a Hex Shrinker. No. You get QSS. That's what you do. You get Mercurial Scimitar, so you can drop the fish. So I get the BF sword first instead of the QSS because I just needed to play like a lot safer and smarter. Okay, so we're gonna rewind here and pause. So me, I have my ultimate, I have my 3rd upgrade, and I think I need to trust my Gangplank on rank solo. I believe it. I believe you should. So I see Jinx in the bot lane, and I see Fizz in the top lane. So we need to force an engage mid. So that's exactly what I do here. I'm telling Kendall, engage, engage, engage. So he walks up and he engages. I throw my ulti out to try and catch them out. Because we need to force a fight, you know. Even if it's just one person, it doesn't really matter. Like, we need to get a kill. 35 minutes into the game, we need a kill. that one kill, we killed their tank, so they can't really stop the siege. Boom. Combo. Oh my goodness. How do you break that down? You just walk up to people and Q them and auto them. King flashes in, mistake, one auto attack deals 800 damage. And this guy's dumb, he's Thresh, I'm Gangplank, I just stab him to death, and that's it. But again, I'm always in the back, I'm never in the front line, I'm always in the back. Use your barrels, use your Q, and when someone's low, then you walk up and auto them. Gotta be patient. You have to be patient with Gangplank. Alright, so there's my last item. I am full build at 37 minutes. Let's look at the gold here. I'm at almost 20k, and Maokai is still at 10k, so almost 11. Not too shabby. So here, just using barrels to try and harass. One between me and the second one on top of them. There's a barrel between me, there's the one on top of them, and this dude is chunked out. And like I said, I don't even care that he's the tank. We're going after him. Because this late, when you're this late into the game, it is so important to just at least get one kill. Because one kill makes it a 4v5, and 4v5s this late into the game are very easy to win. Alright. A lot of damage. Oh, Kando with the fail fish ultimate though. It's okay, we didn't have vision, so. Recall, upgrade trinket, and get a red pod, and that's all I can really do here. Nothing else to buy, honestly. That build is perfect, you don't need to change anything about it. If you really want, you can sell the Mercurial Scimitar for an IE, but I didn't want to do that. Everything else you cannot change. You need everything else. That's simple. Bush tactics. Throw a barrel, wait in the corner of the bush. If someone walks by, just boom, lay it on him. Auto attack someone, steal 1k. But here I helped the Maokai, because I mean he's got his ulti up and Baron's gonna be up in like 20. Holy fire. Knew I was dead there, so I was like, whatever. Way too deep. She managed to dodge that barrel. If you're gonna go down like a champ, baby. There's the Baron. What's your crit chance? My crit chance is... Wait, what is my crit chance? We can just do the math, honestly, because it's nothing... there's no other... Where is it? There it is. Crit chance, 45% from the Youmu's and Infinity Edge and Triforce. That's it. You gotta remember, I also have Zeke's Herald on me from Kendall, so that also helps it. Crits are doing 1500 damage. That's pretty good. Oh, I was on a ward, Kappa. Again, I kind of let Mordekaiser thin it out a little bit, get some attention away from me. Like again, Cassio wasn't even there, she wasn't in grouping, and we won that fight. That was GG. 24k gold. It's double what my Maokai had. Not bad. Final score 23, 3, and 14. Scores like that over 15 kills are actually more common, like most common when I'm using Gangplank rather than anybody else. I think it's a lot easier to carry as Gangplank than anyone else, any other top lane that I can think of, honestly. Second place top laner who can carry that hard is probably going to be Darius, in my opinion. But like as Darius, you're pretty exposed to Gangplank early, and even worse later. So, I mean, sure, if you're Darius and you manage to grab Gangplank, it's GG. But I mean, like I said, you have to be really patient with Gangplank, and that's honestly the best tip I can give you on learning Gangplank. Be patient, you know, just realize that you are a ticking time bomb and that eventually, later in the game, you will be a beast, no matter what. Right? You just need to farm with your Q, and you'll get there. Get an Avarice Blade. You'll be there. The GP is greater than Riven to carry? I think so, but you have to be good with Gangplank, you know? You can't just be like, you can't just pick up Gangplank and first game Gangplank ever and be like, okay, I'm gonna carry this game, you know? Riven will just destroy you. So, I think if you have no knowledge of how Gangplank works, just use Riven. And if you really want to learn Gangplank, I have a ton of Gangplank videos. Just watch them, learn when I put spells out, why I put spells out, when I use them, my build order, and try them out in a normal game or something, and then go from there. Don't put too much emphasis on the barrels. It's not all about the barrels. The barrels will come naturally. You will naturally know how soon for you to cue the barrel for it to explode, because you don't cue it when it gets to 1, you cue it as it gets to 2, because by the time the Q travels to the barrel, it'll already be at 1, and then you'll be able to like destroy it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Good luck, and if you have any questions, just put them in the comment section. I'll answer them. Thank you for watching, guys.